us up, Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship.
Teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, and it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Second down now after the pass completion. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage is?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Second down following the run. Again, it's Bell. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Now they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. K.J. Wright coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Now it's Roethlisberger. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. If they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. first down. Here's the run with Montgomery. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On second down, Montgomery. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Here's Wilson to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Javon Hargrave, loss of 13, and it'll bring up 4th down. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
With it is Brown. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And time now for the Seahawk defense to take their spots again on the field. Last drive, touchdown surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders, as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing. That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Back now As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Ryan Shazier not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Caught by Montgomery. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Brown. And they can't bring him down. Nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
There are so many things like defense, and reading your keys. You always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. That is caught inside the 5. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
This one taken from the 7. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get to the highlights. The Seahawks now for 2 straight weeks are having trouble throwing the football. The Steelers' defense will hope they can force that trend to continue in the second half. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Steelers have it near the end of 1. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and he caps the drive with the score. The Steelers land the first punch. Now 3rd and 8. Here the defense will come up with the pick. It's Sherman making the pick and getting his defense off the field. Late in the second, here we get a quick pass and completion, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 3-yard line. Unfortunately, they would have to settle for just a field goal. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back down to Seattle for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now Wilson on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt.
Defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They go play action now. Wilson going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. A very solid gain of 27. On 1st down, Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Javon Hargrave able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nick.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, 5. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Throwing is Wilson. And some room to roam now. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's John Ryan now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Roethlisberger shreds him with a stiff arm. Throw left side complete. That's James. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Hurry up, let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady. Get those gains and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, that's Bell. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
They'll run it with Bell. Bell sheds him off. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Goes underneath for Bell. And he's brought down. And a look at Bell, who remains down after that play. Appears to have gotten shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And now the offense operates in the red zone. First carry for James Conner, and he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Black fire.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A Seahawk first down. Wilson to his big target, Graham.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on. They just play better and better.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Pass, offense.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Here's John Ryan now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Roethlisberger going to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Wilson. And an alley to run. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Steelers, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.